This is a real good subject I just wanted to talk about because, a lot of people didn't got money 2020 and a lot of people are going broke as we enter into 2021. So basically, I want to talk about this because I feel like when people do get money, they get real, real cocky. They don't really be humble. So one of the number one things is, what I'm saying, when you get money and you real cocky and you real mean to everybody and you're not like really giving, like you just act like you can't never go broke, or what I'm saying, you the man and can't nobody stop you. That's when bad luck comes to you. That's when bad things get to start happening to you because you're not basically humble enough to know that God makes things happen for a reason. So when you do get money, you definitely supposed to build relationships. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to make sure the people that's around you is good. You supposed to make sure that everything is in order, not just getting money and feeling like you just on top of the world and can't be stopped. Because just notice there's always somebody that's going to have more than you, and it's always going to be somebody trying to pull you back down. So you have people that's literally out here that's praying for your downfall. So when you get up to this 10 million, 20 million, and you just think that it's impossible for you to fall off, man, then you just asking to fall off because you got people who praying on you. You got people that's always going to be negative. You got people that wake up every single day and try to make sure that they can find some way to make you mad. So you definitely got to be humble because you never know. The same people that you was looking at, laughing at, being mean to, they can end up being the top dog and you can end up looking at them shine. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to be humble, you know what I'm saying? Because the tables can always turn. You ever seen somebody that they have nothing at all and then years later you see them rich as hell? Even with girls. Girls just talk about these guys, oh, he broke, he this, he that. 5-6 years later, why you think all these rappers be talking about in their songs, oh, she ain't want to fuck, now she want to fuck, and all this? That shit true. A lot of girls are gold diggers, so when they see you finally come up, now they want to do this, and this. Long story short, if you want to stay on top of your business, you got to be humble at all times. That's the number one key to stay successful. No matter how much you got, just always be generous, be loving, you know what I'm saying? Keep God first. Basically, let your presence be known in a positive way around people. Being this mean, tough guy, nobody's going to look at you like you're just this super Hercules. Only you're thinking that in your head for some reason. And that's cool and all, but it ain't doing nothing for you. If you go down to the ground and everybody you've been mean to, ain't nobody going to be in your corner. So you definitely want to be humble. A lot of things that rich people fail at when they do finally get a lot of money, who's not used to money, is saving. So you can be bringing in $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a month, $1 million a month. But if you're not saving, if you're not like at least saving 25-30% of your money, you definitely would go broke. Don't go from 0 to 100 and then start this crazy lifestyle that you really can't afford, that you're just depending on your company to take care of. The best way to really stay rich without failing is basically acting like you don't have not much money. The same way when you was working that job, you know what I'm saying, and you was dealing with little money and stuff like that, treat that the same way when you get them millions. That's how you gonna stay up. That's why it's good to start a business. That's why it's good to do tax write-offs. That's why it's good to make sure everything is in order with yourself, because you definitely don't want to just start splurging, not saving, buying this, buying that, buying this, buying that, and then looking for a backup plan later and it's not there. Saving is a backup plan. Anytime you can go to an account and look at this account or that account, or you got 4 or 5 different accounts and they all got some money in it, on top of you bringing in a lot of income every month or every year, that's a lot. That's your best bet. When you can save money, keep money. Like I said, it ain't about having money, it's about keeping money. So saving is keeping money. Keep money in the bank. Keep cash. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. I'll say this. Tomorrow, if the world plan on shutting down, right? You got to understand. If all the electricity stopped working tomorrow, how are you going to access your money? You're not going to be able to access your money. Only money that's going to matter is the money that's in your house, and that's going to be cash. Because if all the electricity stopped working, because tellers are workers, right? So if the world decides to say, man, we going into shutdown, ain't no more banks, ain't no more restaurants, ain't no more nothing, right? Your only survival kit will be cash, because if you want to buy something on the street while the whole world is going crazy, only thing that's going to matter at the time is cash. You're not going to be able to access your banking account. You're not going to be able to access pretty much anything but the people that's on the street that have stuff for sale, that's just selling stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like the real end. I'm saying like if everything just shut down and the world start going crazy, not knowing what's going on, cash is gonna be your most important friend right there. So it's basically have that backup plan, you know what I mean, and just go from there. You feel me? The reason why a lot of people go broke too is because when they dealing with people in certain relationships, network is very important to me. So like I said, we're gonna bring the humble back in. A lot of people that comes in, they get a lot of money, they not humble. Then when they meet friends or meet these relationships, they real cocky towards them. So it's hard to network when you're this big-headed, cocky person. That's why it's great to network with people, because networking with certain people can actually make you way more richer. And also, as far as plans, you just have one mind. But if you got 10 more minds around you, it can make it $1 trillion bond, depending on what y'all thinking about, what you got planned. Also, it's great to have a team because you can overwhelm yourself. You can definitely be doing too much. So there's nothing wrong with hiring staff and hiring people who can actually put you in a better position. That's why it's great to network. Go to places where you can learn more as far as education. You definitely want to be able to educate yourself, because a lot of people get money. When they get money, they don't know what to do, what to invest it in. Like I said, where to put it. They don't know if they get cash or put it in their bank. They don't know rules to keep wealth, basically. So, like I said, they get the splurge and the splurge. Only thing in their head, they just like, okay, well, it's going to keep coming in forever. They not thinking like, okay, what if everything just stopped tomorrow? So, you definitely want to educate yourself. Read a lot of books. Know about taxes. Learn about this. Learn about that. We're not talking about college. We're not talking about that scam. We're talking about personally going and educating yourself on your own to help your life become better, not getting scammed by institutions and stuff like that. Education is very important. Networking is very important to stay rich. If you don't do those things, you definitely will get money and you will go broke, because you don't know certain things to keep the money. You don't know if this person is making you sign a contract that can take all your money. When you get money, you're going to have a lot of less scam artists come up to you trying to finesse you out of this, and this, and you just got to be prepared for it. So that's why I'm making this video about how to stay ahead, how to not go broke. So everybody got some type of skill that they're real good at. That I know you might want to do this or do that in your life, but you might have one good skill that you know about, but you don't want to really pursue it. So instead of just doing 100 different things, you can just focus, like take all your focus and focus on that one thing. If you focus hard enough and you put your all into it, I can guarantee you that it can be bigger than anything that's out here in the world, because like your mind is very powerful. Focus is very powerful. The reason why people lose is because around them, they got what they focused on, but why they trying to get to what they focus on to make millions of dollars, they running into all these distractions, and the distractions are like speed bumps. But it depends on how fast you go over the speed bumps or how slow you're going over the speed bumps, right? So basically what I'm saying is people trying to get to their goal, but they can't because they worried about being with their friends. They worried about getting high. They worried about this girl. They worried about this, and this. And only thing that's doing is pulling you back and slowing you down. You get what I'm saying? Basically, put it like this. The distractions is your car stopping to go handle a situation that doesn't even matter, that might not even be there. So if you're talking to a girl and you're so focused on this girl, how many girls have you ran through before you realize like, wow, I'm not with this girl, or I'm not with that girl, or I'm not with this girl? When you could have been just focused on your main goal. If you would have just focused on what really mattered, you probably would have been way more successful. But you was putting girls first. You was putting weed first. You was putting alcohol first. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why you're not at the point where you're at. Or you were too busy focused on trying to destroy someone else's life. A lot of people go through that. A lot of people are out here, they live to destroy your life, and that's why their life is not successful, because they are too negative, or they have a grudge against you or something like that. Which, how you gonna get successful if you always worried about this next person? You got your own life to live. And that's what you got to understand. Like, it's a lot of people that's out here in this world like that, and you got to dodge all that to stay focused, to stay winning. Because rich people get successful, they get the money, right? And then when they go broke, they make all the excuses like, oh, well, you know, it was this person, he did this or she did this. Well, if you would have never let them in your focus zone, it would have never happened. Because, like, even if you got a lot of problems going on, you're supposed to put all that shit last Everything that comes first is everything you have to focus on to keep your money and keep your goals higher. Because if she replaces you or he replaces you or whatever, whoever, do whatever, you will still have your business. You will still have your nice car, your nice home. You will still have everything that you need to stay where you at in life. Because basically, I notice a lot of people get in relationships and they go harder for their relationship than they go harder for their lifestyle or for the success. I'd be like, what the fuck? I mean, that's them, but you got to ask yourself, you got people that's older in your family. Look at your grandma, look at your mom, look at your uncle, look at your dad. You got to ask yourself, why aren't they rich? What do they base their life around? What are they more worried about? And if you see, you're not going to see no success. You're probably going to say, well, the only thing she really talk about or he really talk about is a damn girl or some food. Barely talk about some fucking money. And the money that he do talk about is last, because they put the girl first, food, games, and all that. Then the money is last. So that's why their path is going the way it's going. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Money is 5. That's why they getting it last. But the people like myself, money is first and everything else is last. So you get what you focused on if you stay focused on what you focused on. So if you know that, and I'm telling you that, if you want to be in the best cars and live in the best condos, and no matter what happens, like, you can go from zero. No matter if somebody talk about you and say you will never be like this, or you're always going to be like that, because that's where your mind focuses. Who cares if their mind not focused how your mind is? They're going to fail because they're not like your mind. You feel me? So I make these videos to make sure that everybody knows, like, damn, I get where he's coming from. He's basically saying, if I focus on the right things that I want in my life to happen, and don't let nothing distract me, I can basically win. Because not only do these guys want money, these guys want this, and this. That's why the internet is a big distraction. Because while you focus on your goal, now you looking at all these other rappers' pages, you see their chains, their cars. It messes your mind up to get off focus of what you really want to do with your life. When you can just really focus real hard on what you got going on, blow it up. The same people that you was looking at, now they looking at you. That's how these stars are created. That's how these artists are created. Singers, painters, clothing designers, you know what I mean? That's how they created. So the reason why I did this video is because I wanted to show y'all the reason why people go broke after they get rich. Make sure y'all subscribe to my OnlyFans. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody who be showing love, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all look for the next video.